over the personal cash flow plan. Is something that I put together, just helping people, establish their cash flow. Reason I say it's important is because simply, we have to generate enough cash flow during our working years to support our lifestyle, while at the same time set aside, savings inside of investment vehicles and assets that can generate cash flow during our retirement years. The issue is that over 57% of Americans don't even have at least $1,000 saved up inside of an account. So how many people are going to fall short because they're not properly preparing themselves? So what I created right here is not a product, nothing like that. It's just a basically step-by-step guide in how to generate, personal cash flow and establish yourself. So it's not a all be all type deal. But the thing is, having some type of plan is better than having no plan at all. That's like kind of like my rule of thumb. But it's a simple step-by-step guide, not going into investments and things like that. But basically, before you begin to acquire as much cash flow as possible, you want to begin first by generating as much cash flow as possible while you're working, right? So that's going to be done through trying to, whether you're in business, you have business income, you want to take advantage of your taxes, like tax write-offs, W-4 adjustments if you're an employee, and you want to have less expenses, get rid of all the unnecessary subscriptions, things of that nature, and also eliminate debt. This can actually help you generate more cash flow, all right, to help you progress throughout the 7 steps here. But basically, step number 1, what you want to do is, you see right here, you want to set up a beginner's mercy fund. You want to have at least $1,000, saved up. You want to do that as fast as possible. All right, so you can move on to the next step here. But basically, step 2, once you generate your mercy fund, you want to take all of your available cash flow and you want to work on eliminating all your debt, right? You want to pay off all your consumer debts except for your mortgage. So you go target doing snowball, like you list your smallest debt to the largest, then you go ahead and wipe all that stuff out. You don't want to move to step number 3 until this is done. So once you've able to eliminate all your debts except your mortgage, it shouldn't take you no more than 2 years to do this, to do step number 2. But once you do that, you want to move to step number 3, and that's to take all your available cash flow. You want to build a fully funded emergency fund, because $1,000 is not a fully funded emergency fund. Good rule of thumb is to have at least 3 to 6 months saved up for emergencies. And people sometimes wonder, do I do 3 months or do I do 6 months? It depends on your situation. If you're a single person, you might be able to get away with 3 months. But if you're a married couple and you have one that's a breadwinner, one that stays at home, you might want to have 6 months saved up. If your income fluctuates because you're in a sales position or everything's not steady, you want to make sure you save up 6 months worth of monthly expenses. So it depends on your situation whether you're going to save up 3 months to 6 months. Because that's a question I had one time at one point. I always saw 3 to 6 months, but I didn't know which one to select. So do I do 3 months or do I do 6 months? But that gives you guys a better understanding of when you need to do 3 months or 6 months. Step number 4, you want to begin, set aside in your retirement account. You want to do some kind of 401k, 403b, IRA, Roth IRA. There's all different types of retirement plans out there, but find the best one that suits you. You want to contribute at least 15% of your income on a monthly basis going into this retirement vehicle, at least 15%. But some people wonder, like, 15% is a lot. How can I come up that money? Remember, in step number 2, we eliminate all of our debt, except for our mortgage. So we should be able to easily contribute 15%, towards our retirement plan. Step number 5, once you cleared all your debts, except for your mortgage, you initiated your retirement savings. The next priority is to set aside funds for your children's college education. One good suggestion is like a 529 plan or educational savings account to achieve this goal. And then step number 6, the step 4, 5, and 6, you're gonna do simultaneously, right? So step number 6 is to take all your available cash flow. Now you work on paying off your mortgage. So you don't want to go to step number 7 until you take care of your mortgage. A lot of people are able to pay off their 30-year mortgage within the next like 7 to 10 years. So don't take a full 30 years to pay it off, because you have all this extra cash flow by just simply following these simple steps here. But step number 7, now you can start building an investment portfolio of, over and above your retirement accounts. You have endless options, whether it's stocks, bonds, real estate, mutual funds, the list goes on, because you have extra cash by the time you get to step number 7. And the most important part is, once you get to step number 7, you have so much cash flow, right? Now it's time for you to be a giver, because when you follow these steps, you can give like no other once you reach step number 7, because it's something about giving, because a lot of times, we can build up cash flow to hoard stuff, but there's no better feeling to be able to give, be able to bless somebody with $1,000 just because you can, bless somebody with $100 just because you can, but these are just 7 simple steps that you can utilize in your everyday life to be able to enhance your life financially, so you can have enough cash to build assets that's going to generate you more cash during your retirement years.